Now for the most interesting part, we have Mr. Anand Kethavarpu present with us today here, who is the Director of Star Technologies. Sir has conducted corporate pieces of training and workshops in the areas of AWS cloud computing, ethical hacking, vulnerability analysis, ISMS, project management, ITIL, and Linux administration. He also has trained and certified ethical hacking courses for more than 300 members and has trained several students for Red Hat Enterprise, Linux administration, Solaris, and Cisco, and also for the Microsoft 2008 Enterprise Administration. Sir holds over 8 organizational certificates in project management, ethical hacking, Solaris administration, and ITIL Foundation, just to name a few. Mr. Anand Kethavarpu has also worked as a general management manager at HCL and is also a senior manager at Capgemini Consulting, and is also alumni from Manipal Academy of Higher Education, from where he pursued his MBA in finance. Sir is also an AWS cloud practitioner, certified ethical hacker, Amazon Web Services associate, and also a member of MCSE. We are extremely honored to have you with us today here, sir. Guessing I took up a lot of your time, sir. Maybe I'd like to hand over the session to Anand, sir, now.
Okay, very much thank you. First of all, I wish the ACM chapter doing this kind of exercises is a pleasure from me, and being a part of like giving a presentation on this value gain and retain, especially on the topics of what we call it, the certifications. The importance of certifications will add value, and how it can be kept in the resume, etc., will be presented in this course. And thank you once again to the ACM chapter, and also to Sir Tamireddy sir, and also to all the faculty members who has supporting this particular activity. Yes, I want to share my presentation, and then I can proceed by. I hope just give me a small indication that whether this presentation, what I'm sharing, is visible to you all.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, right. So this is the next half an hour of time. I wish to tell about this importance of IT certifications and how this will really help you for benchmarking or bridging your academic career to the professional environment. And also I'll be showing you some tips and something which add value, how you can do these things in your resume also. So yes, why should we have a certification? That is the first and foremost question. See, the answer is very simple. Most of you are aware, this IT is a very, very fast growing. It is crossing more than your Moore's law. Like I say, the technology change is happening more than is as expected. And the demands from the clients and the demands from the IT professionals are very high. So in order to keep you up to date in the technology, like it promises a lucrative and rewarding career. So how can people come to know from the industry that you are the person whom they are looking for? This is one area where once if you prove just before you come out from the college or from even when you are working across. So this is one fantastic opportunity or one fantastic showcasing yourself that you can get your doors throughout your career. So I'll just go through some of the important highlighted factors which will really help you in order to pursue your IT certifications, and also the domains which are looking for IT certifications in a brief point of view. Okay, an IT certification can also equip you with the right technology skills to boost your career and prepare you to earn potentially lucrative salaries also. People who are looking for fantastic big pay packages, yes, this will also help you. Because it gives a very visionary for the human resources people just to have a look. Oh, this is the person whom I can really have a kind of discussion or something whom we want to adapt in our company or something like that. So this will also help the clients also to take up much privilege and forward in their professional journey. Okay, so I'll just tell about a few advantages which you are already familiar. Just I'm highlighting as part of the presentation. Members who are not in this particular show can also have these recordings of this particular one and get through much benefits from this ACM chapter. Like, see, getting hired, job retention, promotions, network opportunities, professional credibility. See, I'm not going to explore each and every line by line. Just you can go through these things. These are all some of the big advantages. My focus area is towards the technology part. I'll be drilling down a little bit more towards the technology part. And then if you have any questions, you can even keep in the chat box or ask me once my presentation is over. So still more you have advantages. You have many kind of up-to-date technologies where you can get through these partner programs and of course new and current technologies. So how do we know the subjects which we are reading in the college is more or less academics? So this will have something weightage about your professionalism, okay? But the real technology which is happening across the market is being known by this certificational trainings. And also, there are many aspirants who generally keep a personal goal. Oh, yes, I want to see myself as a data analytics or machine learning or maybe something like a networking or maybe cyber security. Because there are very, some domains are very, very niche. I mean, people resourcing is also very difficult. So if you are in that particular domain, you are getting big pay packages also. Like even as I mentioned that today's corporate requirement is too high, especially in the IT area. So this experience, some people do also consider that if you have professional certifications, they consider that as an experience and they'll give higher pay packages. So every organization has a metrics as an evaluation. Once you have these kind of certifications, it will give a bridging to their industry and also they'll give more weightage for the people who are up to date in the technology. And this is also an area where we can showcase ourselves. Yes, we are into the current technology and then really work in the projects at a faster rate, rather than getting yourself onboarding and then training onto the technology and getting into the project. There is a long time. So this time can be bridged at a shorter way during your academic professional environment. So this is again a slide which is from Deloitte. You can see there are wide range of technologies where they are considering, like you can say about the cloud, you can say about, when you say about risk, there is cyber security, and of course analytics is there, digital experience. This is only a showcase of how they project, of how they really enhance their requirements, or to even showcase the outlines to the clients that yes, these are the focus areas which are really, really more attracted towards the technology. Okay, so this is a broader slide. I'll narrow it down a little bit more. So you can see today's technology. See, this presentation is based completely on 2021. So year on year, the technology trends will keep changing. So based on that, the requirements also keep trending. So you can see these are some of the technologies which are currently in demand, out of which some of the areas are into entry point and some of them are, like I can say, as an associate, which be an entry point into the industry, and some of them are looking into the professional. So whenever I say about AWS, you have almost all from entry, professional and specialty. Like that, you can see about CCSP, means it's a completely professional, security professional. I will expand some of the things in domain wise that will be more clear rather than showcasing all the things in a one particular slide. Okay, but more or less, much of you are familiar with the technologies or the buzzwords which are happening, like CCNA or CISSP or CCIE, or you can say MCSA or Azure or AWS. These are all the, the vendors, so with their logos which are coming across, even CEH, which are very, very popular across, and we can showcase these particular vendor requirements. Once if we fulfill, we are almost into the industry. So now I'll just outline what exactly is the IT structure. See, IT structure is defined into broad areas. One is the first and foremost thing is the development and testing. So which you all are familiar with, life cycle of SDLC. Okay, you see all this. You see, you take up any technology like PHP or Python or Java or C++ or any other technology. There is a package which is needed. I mean, it can be a package, operating system, or a software, which is the end client's requirement. And then we follow the SDLC life cycle using any of the technology and see towards completion. So, yeah, broadly, your software applications, web technologies, and mobile applications is considered as one domain. Your support is again another domain, and infrastructure. This is a fast growing, and today we are seeing many changes in infrastructure, especially when I say about the cloud and when I say about networking, when I say about server. These are all we can say as infrastructure support. And then, of course, you have the backend also, like your SQL, Oracle, SAP, which works which completes your three-tier architecture. Okay. And the last one, which I need not explain about that, is for the revenue part, information technology people is also considered, but for us, it may not be applicable. So these are the four areas I can say broadly. One can choose a domain. First thing is that you need to know about which domain you want to adapt the career. So once if you choose that career, no doubt one vertical is must and the other can be horizontals. If you parallelly drive, first have a look, a glance, which one will really capture or which one will really feel happy or in working across. Some people like coding, some people like networking, some people like cyber security, some people like cloud, data sciences, etc., etc. Many domains are there. Have a preview of all the horizontals and then choose your path. So before you go into the industry, if you have a preliminary path and an aspiration or a goal, you can really work in the industry excellently, without any what we call as mind blockages or why did I land in this domain or why should I have gone through some other area. I will ask my project manager to change my project. So these things are all very, very clumsy once you do. So before that, if you know that, you choose your domain, which one is really helping yourself in entering inside. So this is the right area. I mean, your third year and fourth year, especially when you're working across your college, you have to choose a domain. So for that, I'll give a little bit of understanding and how you can enhance your career in those particular areas. So when I say about domain specific, see, I have drilled down further, like cloud computing and data sciences is one area. I mean, like security, networking, applications, operating systems, and of course, miscellaneous like others, like project management or ITIL, or many other things, security auditing, all this considered as others. But do remember, every area has its own importance. Every area has its own. Every area has growth prospects. Only thing is that once you have chosen one career, you need to be a master in that. At least, especially before you finalize your career or go to the interview, you need to have some fundamentals, or you need to be a kind of an associate. So once if you are an associate level, then it is easy for the job provider, or you can say a vendor, for you to get the ticket into his professional organization. This is the main motto behind what we call as the IT certifications. Okay, let me be more specific one by one. So here in cloud computing, people who are aspiring, I tell you, cloud has a very, very, very high potential. I'm not saying. So it is basically year on year, you can see about 20 to 25% market revenue. It is expected to grow even for the next 3 to 4 years like this same way. And maybe it's a ramping up year on year. I'm not saying that steady year on year growth is coming. So out of which, I tell you, Amazon has a promising career, I tell you, because it has out of all the revenue, about $7 trillion, you can say about 40% of revenue is captured by Amazon. That is how the Amazon's market rate is there. Wherever you go, they have their infrastructure. I mean, they have about 25 data centers as of now across the world. Data centers means that they have a redundant data centers. They have regions, they have locations, they have cloud, much infrastructure which is being set. And one more will be coming within next 6 months, I think 9 months before June in Hyderabad also, an Amazon regional data center itself with 2 locations. So the thing is that anyone who wants to pursue their career, especially in the cloud, Amazon has given a very clear understanding. The things which are green is for you, for the student level who wants to come across. In my entire slides of this cloud slide certifications, whenever you see green, means you can readily, easily adapt. You can start pursuing this kind of careers. Okay. Like a cloud practitioner is the entry level for any of your students level. And of course, you can detail it out, what all things will be there, the entry part. Many people may say, sir, I don't know anything about cloud, how can I? This is the gateway. They'll start right from the beginning, right from the scratch. You should know about what is, maybe in your college, you might be learning about fundamentals on cloud computing, what is IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Still, you can enhance. You can even log into the reality of how to construct a cloud infrastructure as a service and how you can even deploy the code, automation. All these things can be learned across. If you have been done, if you are aware of the cloud practices, like related to security, related to compute, related to storage, related to application, related to RDS, database, anything like even related to metrics, all these things, then you can move ahead to then prove it. So this is associate is one level upper than this practitioner. But still many people I see that they are doing this kind of role also. And of course, the black professional, I'm not going to discuss about this because you need to finish off the first 2, then only you can go for the next one. If you want to choose the same cloud in Microsoft, still you can do, that is Azure. So that is also, I have given the subject code also, you can just search with the keyword and start it. And Microsoft Certified Azure Administrator is also offering a huge pay packages like Amazon, what they are offering. Even for cloud professionals, they start with 6-figure minimum. Like I tell you, in India itself, actually, I'm saying, when you go abroad, when you say that I'm a solution architect, certified, you get about $120,000 minimum pay package. So if you are aspirant of getting such type of pay packages or technologies, this is the right way to. The right way. You should tune, sharp, and then showcase your kind of skills, what you have by certifying yourself that yes, I have my own ticket. I'm ready to enter into the industry. This is the way where you have to. You should not say that what is the offer which you are going to give me, what is the technology which you are going to drive me, or what is the job role which you should dictate, you should tell, because you are the members who are to showcase the industry also. Okay, that is the level of confidence which you get once you do your certifications, right? Even Google certified also is there. GCP is also there, but that is a professional one. Anything which you see professional requires higher, at least 3 to 5 years of skills, 3 to 5 years. This is somewhat briefing about what we call as in cloud computing domain. Okay, the topmost I have given. Not only this, you have from IBM, you have from VMware, you have many other things, but these are recognized. And you can easily do. Amazon and Microsoft has a dedicated way of educating yourself. There is an educator program where you can even get yourself certified and then you can showcase. I am also certified in all the green, which are things which are there, much more. And next is you can see if you want to choose your domain security, I just say that you do this. You do this. And of course, your college is also, last 3 years, they are having an MOU with this EC Council also. So you can get your certification or technology level updations in this particular area where people will honor you across the world. So rest of the other certifications also, which you can into this cyber security is cyber forensics of CHFI, Security Plus is also there. And of course, you have this cyber security plus, it's next level to Security Plus, and CISP is also there from ISC Square, but that is professional. It's a very tough areas. Okay, it requires 5 years plus of experience. And of course, the other roles in the security domain is auditor role and of course security manager's role. Even there is a GIAC from ISC Square also, but the thing which for it will be helpful for cyber security, which covers your entire syllabus on vulnerability analysis, penetration testing, and of course many other concepts will be driven, like your cryptography, your IDS, intruder detection system, or whatever you say, which are relevant to the industry, and all type of attacks, okay, will be presented, will be showcased, and you will also learn how to do on your own. And that will be the baseline when you enter into the industry. Okay, so these two, which are green, are I mean, you can get yourself certified, and I'm also certified in those two. Not only that, I am also certified in CHFI also, and in CompTIA Cybersecurity Plus. Okay, so and networking. This is again another domain where people often keep it aside. This is not my area, but people are today. You define any technology. The backbone is networking. The backbone. You take up cyber security. You take up cloud computing. You take up any much of the domains. Data sciences. If you want to get the data sets, also you need to have a network data, like data preparation or whatever it is. So how do you? So the fundamentals of networking is defined already by the top vendor, which is, I think, the Cisco. Cisco has about, I tell you, 95% of the network infrastructure in 3 layers, okay, like switches and also the routers and also the firewalls. So if you want to know all these, then sign up to this particular network associate, which will be really helpful for you. And of course, there is another technology vendor from CompTIA, that is NetworkPlus, which is very, very equivalent to Cisco networking domain. Rest all things are professional, which needs to be scaled up once you have chosen that CCNA or CompTIA Plus. Okay, so now I'll speak about the applications also, which are very much in demand. Like in AWS, as I mentioned earlier, like we have solutions architect, we have even developer associate also. We have developer associate. That is one area which is there. And of course, if you want to put up your career in data sciences, you have data sciences on. See, I don't have a lab, I don't have a machinery, I don't have all. Nothing like that. Once you sign up, you get everything. You get everything, all the behind infrastructure, the software, the licensing, everything will be available in your training background. Only thing is that you need to understand the technology and then put it across in this. Like AWS has this in applications like your SDLC lifecycle, code commit or code deploy or code pipeline. All these things will focus on your agile kind of what we call as deployment of your softwares. So your DevOps is very fast growing. I tell you, by the next 3 years, if you don't know about DevOps, you'll be left totally idle, especially in the software industry. It is very fast growing. And of course, your machine learning and big data, IoT also will really help your career, especially on AWS platform. And of course, we have similar equivalent in MTA. We call it Microsoft Technology Associate. A long list of all these certifications which are there. Long list. You can start with any one of like maybe fundamentals of Azure or maybe fundamentals of so and so. And you have other certifications also. Scrum Master is also there, which is very much in demand. Of course, your Oracle Java Professional from OCP is also very much in demand. Okay, you can easily choose. I'm not saying that do all these things. Choose any one of the tower. Do 1 or 2 certifications. That will add value. Oh yes, one thing is that apart from your academic skills, second thing is that you are doing something extra, which is there. That extra is nothing but is your professional education. That itself will take you towards any elevated areas. Okay, still we have from Red Hat, we have from JBoss, which is there, and of course Salesforce. This is in the areas of applications. Okay, and now coming to the operating system. See, operating system is layer 2 of all your business. Like without platform, you cannot deploy your applications. Okay, so those are the days which we had. Like one is from Microsoft, that is Windows servers, and the second one is from Linux. So I suggest anyone should, because Microsoft is not much being asked, especially in solutions associate. That is one. People do ask a lot in Reddit, a lot. The very reason of, yeah, I'll take up your questions. The thing which we really need is system administration, which is the bottom line and baseline for many technologies. I tell you, you go and pursue your big data, you go and pursue your cyber security or cloud computing, this Red Hat or system administration, Linux knowledge is a must. If you want to choose on from CompTIA, you can go for Linux Plus also. This is another domain which you can. And last, which I want to supplement this IT certifications is ITIL is also there. This will tell about the configuration management, release management, and all kind of stuff in ITSM or service management and ITIL, which is very much essential once you join into the industry. People often learn these technologies, ISO 27001, prior to joining also there are some cases. And of course, who has aspiration to join as a managers, this project management also will really help you, because since you are already in BTech, not all people will go for MBA. So for those things, these things, so project practices and management, all the 15 domains of project management is covered here. And you can, I'm also a PMP certified, so you will know about how to basically do a SWOT analysis or Pareto analysis or fishbone analysis. There are a number of analysis where you can really showcase and figure out the problems at a faster rate. So this is how this project management also will really help you in your career. Okay, this is about my short presentation. I know the time is running out. I'll just give some highlights about this resume practices, which will, since I have worked about 20 plus years in the industry and 10 plus years in what we call as training the industry. I want to share some good practices or best practices, whatever you say about the resume. You know about the good resume. We'll always give a highlight to what we call as to the human resources people. I'll tell you the bottom line. Read only the bottom line. The recruiter spends only 7 seconds looking your resume. Please remember that. Please remember that. Within that 7, on an average, if your resume is good looking, then only it comes. It will be shortlisted. Otherwise, it will be going into the trash. Simply, you will not get calls even after next 6 to 8 months or maybe 1 year also. So your resume should showcase certain important things. Should showcase. One way is to showcase your certifications, which will immediately differentiate between you and others. So I'll say that the heading itself is this particular one. Computer science graduate. You can write like this straight away. Passionate about data engineering, machine learning, which one you want. Highly capable leader, having multiple led projects to completion, proficient in a range of technologies, including Python or maybe. See, this is only just a guidelines which I have given. But you have to have the heading at the top, the 3 lines which are there should be something similar to this one. So that people, the resume, the top 3 lines will focus to the next part, the body part of the resume. So please consider this one. This is the best practice which I say. Don't use all things which are generic, It won't showcase all these things. And also, please do remember to write your hard and soft skills. People often forget about this, writing about soft and hard skills. So what is that soft and hard skills also? I just mentioned some of the things because these are the terms where really the employers are really looking into the aspects. Okay. And so this is about hard and soft skills. Please do mention very clearly your hard skills, data structures, web development, coding should be presented very clearly, very clearly. Your languages, your soft skills also needs to be developed and also to put across in your resume, like your leadership or creative thinking, critical thinking, communication skills, collaboration, problem solving, enthusiasm. These are the words where your resume, because I worked in the industry, how people short out the resume with this kind of words, they filter out resumes, and then they really get the things which are led onto their dashboard. Then only it goes to the interviewer who interviews you. Okay, so these words should resemble your vocabulary, once you are shortlisted into this. So in this also, skip off this hard working and all these things. These are all maybe what is called as an adjectives which are standard for everyone. So use this one. Be very specific in technology. Which technology you want to focus? What is your achievements? What is your speciality? What are all the innovative things which you have completed? You have to have across your 4 years of your term in the college some kind of achievements, some kind of leadership roles, or some kind of activities, some kind of projects, some kind of certifications. You have to showcase. That is how you need to tailor your what we call as yourself and put it across in your resume. So these are some of the skills which I have mentioned about this one. Like you can say at the heading, as I mentioned, like these are the correct ways. Don't write like this. Recent college graduate, no experience, but eager to try. Don't ever say like that. That is all won't work. That's all what this is a kind of begging. No, don't do like that. You can say that, showcase, I can do this, I can do that. Simply. Oh, so then this fellow will do. This fellow, once he is inducted to our company or organization, will definitely have some weightage on this. Okay, I think this is the person to whom I'm looking for. In that way, you have to showcase yourself at the heading itself. This is a highlighted part. And of course, your academic skills also. This is the right way. Putting your your GPA, because often people confuse from which university you are, or from where, because they don't write all these things. They write only college name and without writing the university and something like favorite class or favorite areas of study. You can focus on this one. And what is your project? What is your certificate or not a certification? What is your project? Which, if you have written any paper or something, you can write it. So wrong thing is that this is the way. Okay, graduate like this. Okay, and now you can even define your professional skills also, like this so and so skills, like skills in critical thinking, logic, and high math, strong leadership. Okay, skilled illustrator or certified Amazon web service, like this. This will add value rather than showcasing just like this. People write all these things. I am professional in SQL, Java, JavaScript, but when you ask the question in any of this, fail. So write clearly what is your specific areas of achievements. So even your work experience, if you have, if you don't have, write your project. Some people also say, where do I get experience without that? So for that, I have a slide. What if you don't have an experience? So dig deep into computer science. Keep your resume look great. So anyone has quick work experience to fill the computer science, consider the following. Do some freelancing exercises. Freelancing, anyone who offers a freelancing, just do it and put it in your resume. Chip it into GitHub. You have several projects. Do some projects which are there already showcased. Go to YouTube, go to GitHub. Just download some of the projects. Showcase yourself that yes, I have done. Okay, this is all which and go sign up some internships. Get a good technology base. So these things will add really a value to your resume. Okay, and interests and passions also. You need to showcase your interests also, which one you are driving into. Okay, so like this is also ACM is also one of the chapter, one of the panel. Like if you are showcasing yourself a kind of leadership role or activity, organizing something like that, please do that. Please write it in this one. This will add value. Rather than writing, I like Vivekananda books, I like reading, just they write it across, but they don't know what is the title also. They don't do like that. That will destroy the integrity of the person. I tell you. They tell about I like fiction movies. Tell me one, which they don't tell. You have to be specific, at least one. Okay, so this is about my short presentation. I restricted myself to half an hour. So this is my mail ID. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And I thank you everyone from the ACM chapter and all the dignitaries who are present across the team. Thank you everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, that was quite informative. Now, if Tamiretti sir would like to speak a few words.
Yeah, I think thank you, Sanjana, for giving me this opportunity. I should thank Anand sir. Friends, frankly, one word. He is a down-to-earth person with a lot of knowledge. Okay, the reason is he's had hands-on experience. He worked in an industry, India and abroad. Plus, he is a licensed trainer. He's a certified trainer. Apart from it, he is a good human being and very close friend of Geeta. So these characteristics always, I have a lot of respect on him. And he was invited physically as well as online to train and certify the students on various technologies. And he is very good at, it's very difficult for me to say he is good at networking, good at cybersecurity, good at cloud. Those only I know, but he is good at even PMP, I think professional management certification, I don't know much about it. So he's a very good trainer. Another positive aspect which I'd like to share is he won't, expect much money. Those people, very rare people, I believe he's not a money minded. So that is one thing which I like to work for 3 years as a head of the department when I was in that seat. So never, I never accept nor I respect people who doesn't work for the money. So in that, where we both met, that is one thing which I thank him. He trained many Geetam students on various certifications. That is one. Second thing is, friends, one secret I'll tell you, you go to market. Just check the price. Check the price. I'm open challenge. I gave it. I'm openly speaking. And what the Geetam or Anand is offering is the kind of trainings that he offers to students for only Geetam is really uncomparable. I always look at the best and how it will be useful for your careers. That's what I always believe. I think Priyanka Nair will help, will add something to this. I think I should thank wholeheartedly Mr. Anand sir. And this association must continue. Maybe, no one is permanent in this universe. I always believe that. I know when I took the charge, either ACM or whatever, I'll feel that, okay, today is my last day. I want to work like that. And I always love to work with youngsters. Always Himaja ma'am knows. Because the reason is I'll get a lot of energy from them. And I wanted to learn many things. So one wish is that I am not able to get certified in any of this, but one day I have to do that. So I don't want to waste their time. I think now it's time for Sanjana ma'am. Thank you, Anand sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable comments and of course, and all the members of the ACM. Just one line before I just wanted to. So I have my YouTube channel also for all the technologies. Whoever wants to take benefit, yes, they can take benefit from that. All the chapters of the technology which I have highlighted in green, we have comfortably made it as a presentation, short videos, 15 minutes. Especially the lab contents are highly focused. Anyone wants to self-drive and then do across, please, they can really help into what we call as, I can share the YouTube link. And also, yes, what people always say is that they have greatly benefited out of that. And I should see many members like Priyanka or whoever it is coming out with flying colors from Geetam University and showcase that, yes, we are the people from Geetam or ACM chapter or whatever it is. That will be the regards which is given to the college and also to the gurus or professors which are there. So this is what is the world is behind too. And thank you once again. And with these few words, yes, I just want to thank everyone and just quit myself from this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Sir, if you don't mind, can you please share your YouTube channel link and also, if possible, the PPT file?